All right, guys, we got to talk about it. We all know the elephant in the room. The Vikings, they tore up the regular season last year, probably the best team in the regular season. That's what everybody was saying, like unbeatable. And then, of course, they get to the playoffs and they lose to the Giants, and it's like, ha ha ha, Vikings. But I think we're still back. You know, the defense maybe is still lacking, but Jordan Addison in the draft, big Kirk Cousins following the quarterback. I think things are still working out. Still got Justin Jefferson too. Week 1. Let's just get right
No
into it.
Dalvin Cook.
Oh, no Dalvin Cook. No offense to Dalvin Cook, but it took 8 years for the man to get signed. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. They lost Dalvin Cook. They got who's Dalvin Cook too? The Matson. They got Madison. And they're gonna get what's his name soon too? Jonathan Taylor. I'm willing it into existence. But week 1, I have them losing to the Buccaneers week 1 because why wouldn't the Vikings lose week 1, right? So I had them losing week 1, but then week 2 getting revenge against Philly. Week 3 beating the Chargers. Week 4, don't laugh at that. Week 4 I
Nah,
have them beating the Panthers. Week 5 losing to the Chiefs. Week 6 beating the Bears. Week 7 losing to the 49ers. But week 8 beating the Packers. Week 9 beating the Falcons. Week 10 beating the Saints. Week 11 I have them losing to the Broncos. Big Broncos guy, apparently. Week 12, I have them beating the Bears. Then week 14, beating the Raiders. Week 15, beating the Bengals. Week 16, beating the Lions. But then, typical Vikings fashion, they lose the last 2 games of the season to the Packers, to the Lions. But that gives them a record of 11-6, and that is still good enough to take the NFC North to me. Especially that last game against the Lions, could be spooky. We'll see. Because those, I think, are the 2 top teams. But I think we're still I think the Vikings are still a solid regular season team. I'm not saying they're gonna go ahead and win the Super Bowl. I tried that last year, and they did. Even though they got relatively close to the Super Bowl, they were in the same league it's in. This could be I will see what happens. I'm gonna try the reverse psychology. Like, we're not gonna go to they're not gonna go to the Super Bowl this year. So, but still regular season demons nonetheless. Jimmy, what do you think?
So I think it's still gonna be a good team even without Cook and Thielen. So week 1.
Adam Thielen.
Yep.
Adam
Week
Thielen's
1.
pretty good.
He is good. He is good.
He looks like Brenden. Adam
That's
Thielen's
funny.
nice.
So week 1, I have them beating the Bucks. Week 2, hard game against Philly, but they are gonna lose that game.
Oh.
Week 3, they're gonna come back and beat the Chargers, beat the Panthers, and lose to the Chiefs. That game should be a shootout, if any. Week 6, they're gonna beat the Bears easily. Week 7, they're gonna scratch and crawl their way through a victory against the 49ers. Then they're gonna come back and beat the Packers, beat the Falcons, beat the Saints, lose to the Broncos though in an upset, beat the Bears, go on the bye week in week 13, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's so deep.
So deep. Week 14, they're gonna come back and beat the fucking Raiders, because fuck the Raiders again. Lose to the Bengals, beat the Lions, beat the Packers. Final week, week 18, they're gonna lose to the Lions for a record of 12-15 and second in their division.
You said 12-15.
12-5, excuse me.
12-15 is horrible. Yo, one day the NFL season is gonna be like that.
Yeah.
Crazy. But hell yeah, 12-5, not bad.
All right.
Fucking Brenden when it comes to the Vikings. This dude turns into Stephen A. Smith. Like he has to have the rightest of right takes about the Vikings. All right, here we go.
No, it's not crazy, but you'll see. Week 1, I have them beating the Buccaneers. So week 2, I have them losing to the Eagles. But I have them beating the Chargers, but then a little bit of a unfortunate streak. You have them losing to the Panthers, losing to the Chiefs, losing to the Bears, losing to the 49ers, and then losing to the Packers. But they kind of make up for it by going on a little streak here. They beat the Falcons, beat the Saints, beat the Broncos, beat the Bears, off the bye week, beat the Raiders, but lose to the Bengals, but then beat the Lions, beat the Packers, but then lose to the Lions at final week of the season. I have them finishing a solid 9-8, second place in the NFC North, sorry. Listen, as a Pitt fan, I saw what Jordan Addison could do. Him and Justin Jefferson, that's gonna be great. And then Kirk's overhated. He's a decent quarterback. But last year their defense was kind of it was like they're good enough to win games, but I think it's like I don't know. They lost Patrick Peterson, who actually got like a decent amount of picks for them. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it this year. When Dalvin Cook's gone, I think he was an underrated part of that. So yeah, a little bit of a dip from the 13-4 last year, but not terrible. 9-8.
9-8. Oh, well, it's probably going to get worse from here, isn't it?
Even has them beating the Buccaneers,
Nice,
losing to the Eagles, beating the Chargers, beating the Panthers, losing to the Chiefs, losing to the Bears, losing to the 49ers, losing to the Packers, beating the Falcons, beating the Saints, beating the Broncos, beating the Bears, beating the Raiders, losing to the Bengals, beating the Lions, beating the Packers, and then losing to the Lions. For a record of 10-7.
Hell yeah.
First place in the NFC
Thank
North.
you. Go to hell, Brenden. Honestly. Like, you're a hater, bro.
Listen, I'm not a hater. 9-8, bro. What name a defensive player?
Harrison Smith.
He's been there since Jesus.
So? He's a player. He's a dog.
He's a player, but a little grandpa.
Oh my grandpa. This is what I'm saying, bro. When it's time to talk about the Vikings, Brenden just turns into, now we got to talk about how old Harrison Smith is. Unbelievable. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, if Brendan's a hater, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If he's not a hater, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you want to watch other teams... Yo, we got to get out of here, Brendan. If you want to watch other ones, fucking click the link on the shit now, please. God.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that